Hi, my name is Pratyusha. I'm a grade 7 student living in Vancouver. In this video, I'm going to tell you about the women physicists who are also Nobel laureates. Let's get started. First, let me tell you more about the Nobel Prize. The Nobel Prize needs no introduction, and we all know that it's the most prestigious prize a scientist can get, and it's the dream of every scientist. Alfred Bernhard Nobel invented the Nobel Prize in 1901. The Nobel Prize in Science is awarded in physics, chemistry, and medicine. Until now, the Nobel Prize in Physics has been awarded 114 times to 215 individuals. But do you know how many women physicists are there? In the rest of this video, I'm going to explain all about them. The first woman to get a Nobel Prize was Marie Curie. She won the Nobel Prize in 1903. I'm sure most of you have heard her name, but the other winners are not that famous. Exactly 60 years later, Maria Goeppert Mayer won the Nobel Prize in 1963. The next woman, Donna Strickland, won the Nobel Prize recently in 2018. And if you're thinking that's all we have, then very well. Just last year, on December 9, 2020, Andrea Ghez won the Nobel Prize. So we have four women physics Nobel winners. One is Marie Curie, then Maria Goeppert Mayer, then Donna Strickland, and Andrea Ghez. First, let's talk a little more about Marie Curie. Marie Curie was a French-Polish physicist born in Warsaw, Poland in the year 1867. She moved to Paris to continue her research in the field of radioactivity. She worked as a research worker at the School of Chemistry and Physics along with Henri Becquerel and Pierre Curie. She was not only the first woman to get the Nobel Prize, but also the first person to get two Nobel Prizes in different fields, physics and chemistry. She and her husband were awarded one half of the prize, and the other half was awarded to Henri Becquerel. This picture was shot during the Solvay Conference in 1927. As you can see, among all these eminent scientists, Marie Curie was the only female but dressed just alike. Now let's look at the work for which she got the prize. She introduced the theory of radioactivity, which deals with the radiation emitted by atoms and molecules. To think about it, just like super red hot iron radiates light, there are elements which radiate different kinds of rays that are invisible to us, such as alpha, beta, and gamma rays. Scientists working in this field started investigating further and led to the major discovery about atomic structures. Most of you must have undergone the MRI scan, which uses the principle of radioactivity. Another use of radioactivity is in carbon dating, which is used to find out the age of fossils. The second woman, Maria Goeppert Mayer, got the Nobel Prize in 1963. Maria Goeppert Mayer is a German-born American theoretical physicist. She and her husband, Joseph Edward Mayer, moved to Chicago, where she worked at the Institute of Nuclear Studies in 1946. She shared one-fourth of the prize with J. Hans T. Jensen and one-half with Eugene Paul Wigner, becoming the second woman to win a Nobel Prize in physics. To honor her, the American Physical Society gave a award in her name given to the outstanding woman in science. The invention for which she got the Nobel Prize is called nuclear shell model. The nuclear shell model can be thought of something similar to the atomic shell model, which deals with how atoms and electrons orbit in shells, whereas the nuclear shell model deals with exactly how nucleons are distributed inside the nucleus of an atom. During her research, she found out that there are certain atoms with a number of nucleons like 2, 8, and 20 that are more tightly bound and hence more stable than atoms having higher number of nucleons. These numbers were also called as magic numbers and led her to conclude the nuclear shell model. I certainly don't understand the details of this because you need to be a Nobel laureate to understand this level of physics. The next woman, Donna Strickland, is a Canadian optical physicist born in Ontario, Canada. She later moved to US to continue her studies in the University of Rochester, where she did her Nobel Prize awarded work. She won the Nobel Prize with her advisor, Gerard Mourou, and is the third woman to win the Nobel Prize in October 18. Right now, she is a professor in the Department of Physics at the University of Waterloo, Canada. The invention for which he got the Nobel Prize is called chirped pulse amplification, or CPA in short. This deals with how to create extremely high powered laser up to petawatt level. Before CPA, the power of lasers was limited and kept below a certain threshold, as it was not possible to create reliable lasers with an inexpensive and easy way. She started out with an ultra short pulse. Then she first stretches it, then amplifies it, and finally compresses it to get the desired high power laser. Today, CPA helps us to realize a lot of useful techniques, like its use in cancer treatment, laser eye surgery, and making the glass for smartphones that we are all so fond of. The fourth and most recent woman is Andrea Ghez, an American physicist and astronomer born in New York. She won the Nobel Prize along with Reinhard Genzel and Roger Penrose in December 2020. She got her MS from MIT in physics in 1946 and her BS and PhD from Caltech in 1992. She is the fourth woman who was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics. The Nobel Prize ceremony, which was held last year, was held in an online event due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Right now, she is an astronomer and professor in the Department of Physics and Astronomy in the University of California, LA. Like many other scientists, she was really interested to know whether black holes, especially supermassive black holes, were real or not. Black holes are interesting because this is where the laws of physics, as we know it, break down. She thought there was no better place to start other than the middle of our very own galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy. Using one of the most powerful telescopes in the world, she started observing the stars at the center of the galaxy and started observing their motion. On observing their motion for the past 25 years, she indeed proved that there is a supermassive black hole residing at the center of the Milky Way galaxy, known as Sagittarius A star. So, the first woman Nobel Prize winner was Marie Curie. Then, 60 years later, Maria Goeppert-Mayer. Then 57 years later, Donna Strickland. And finally, 2 years later, Andrea Ghez. When will we get the next Nobel Prize winner? Do we have to wait for another 50 to 60 years, or will we get another Nobel Prize winner in just a few years? Only time will tell. In my opinion, as I think more and more women are getting interested in STEM, there will be a lot more women physics Nobel laureates. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you liked it. Thanks for watching.